Hello there! It's Anna here and welcome to Little Crochet Farm. Today we are crocheting together this super cute cuddle size giraffe amigurumi. I'm very happy with the results. I hope you have a lot of fun crocheting her and that you love her as much as I do. But for this pattern you'll need a 8mm crochet hook, super bulky chenille yarn, sports weight yarn for embroidering the face, stuffing material, sewing needle, scissors, and if you're using safety eyes, the exactly position where you should place them, and also all the detailed informations about the materials I use to crochet this giraffe, you can find in the free version of this written pattern. It's available on my website and the link is in the description box below this video, and I'll also pin it in the first comment. And if you wish to purchase a printable version of this pattern, you can find on both of my shops on Etsy and in Ravelry, or you can become a member of my Patreon, and there for a small fee you'll have access to download the patterns that I publish here on this YouTube channel and on my website, and also some other nice perks. So if that sounds interesting to you, I invite you to get to know my Patreon page. The link is in the description box below this video and in the first comment. Also, I invite you to give me a like if you like this pattern and if you like the patterns that I publish here on this YouTube channel. Leave me a comment, say hello in the comment box below. Where are you from? Get to know me a little bit. Let me know you a little bit better. And consider subscribing to my channel. All of these actions help you to support my channel and to spread it to more people, and I appreciate you very much for doing that. Now I'm gonna move myself to this corner over here and we will start crocheting this super nice cuddly giraffe together. Alright, so we'll start here with a magic ring or a magic circle, and we will crochet 6 single crochet inside the magic circle. So right now we are crocheting the body first and then we will crochet the head separately, alright? So let's start here with the 6 single crochet inside the magic ring. And if this video is too fast for you and you don't know how to work the magic ring, check out the links in the description box below this video. They are video tutorials of all the stitches and techniques I use to crochet this pattern, and that can help you out. Or you can also drop me a comment in the comment box below and I will be happy to help you out. Alright, so now let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. Now we'll pull this yarn, close the magic ring, and we'll start crocheting the second round. So here, when I'm working with the super bulky yarn or with the chenille yarn, I like to work my single crochet grabbing the yarn under the needle, okay? So I will just show you here fast what is the difference. So when you work the single crochet grabbing normally, you will grab the yarn over the needle like this, right? What I like to do is to grab the yarn under the needle. This way, the tension of my stitch will be very tight and we won't have see-through holes or the stuffy material won't be coming out. Just one thing here, for the second round we are working 2 increases. 1 increase, which means 2 single crochet inside each stitch, okay? And I'm here once again demonstrating you and showing you the difference between the yarn over the needle and the yarn under the needle, okay? It's very much, it is what it is. You grab the yarn either under the needle or over the needle, okay? Now I will continue working my increases here. So 6 increases means you will work 2 single crochet inside each stitch, okay? And you should have 12 stitches at the end of this round. And one thing that I want to show you here, and I like to do this for all the toys, is I grab the beginning of the yarn and I wave in inside the first round of the detail of the toy that I'm working on it. So in this case, I'm waving in inside the first round of this body. So I make sure that the magic ring will be very tight and it won't unravel or open or have any see-through opening, okay? Now you can use a stitch marker, and today I'm using a piece of a different color yarn, and let's work the third round. Here you'll work 1 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 6 times, and you should have 18 stitches at the end of this round. And I always suggest you to count how many stitches you have at the end of every round, so you make sure that you are right on track and all the stitches are there, okay? So let me show you here, 1, and my increase, 1 increase, 1 increase, work all the way until the end. And once you're done, that's how it should be looking like. We will work round number 4, 2 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 6 times, and you should have 24 stitches at the end of this round, okay? So let's work here. I always like to work the first repetition together, and I like to show you exactly where the stitches are. So 1 and 2 single crochet, and this is my increase. Repeat all the way around, and I will catch you up for the next round. For round number 5, you will work 3 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 6 times, and you should have 30 stitches at the end of the round. Count how many stitches you have. As you see here, I am very much used to crochet my single crochet with yarn over the needle, which is how I work the majority of my toys, because naturally I already have a very tight tension of my stitch. I will continue that, hold that thought, 1, 2, 3. And this is my increase, okay? Repeat all the way around, and let's move on for the next round. For the round number 6, you will crochet 4 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 6 times, and you should have 36 stitches at the end of this round, all right? Yes, and what I was mentioning is that I already have a very tight tension, and even though I need to crochet the yarn under the needle when I'm working with super bulky yarn, it's the best way to keep the stitches very close together. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, repeat all the way around. Let's move on here for round number 7. You will work 5 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 6 times, and you should have 42 stitches at the end of this round. And we will have just one more round here with increase, and then we will achieve the size of the body that we want. Okay? Here I'm using an 8mm crocheted hook that is totally adaptable. You can work with a smaller hook, no problem. Just remember to adapt the size of the yarn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. Increase, and you repeat now all the way until the end. Great. Now for round number 8, you'll work 6 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 6 times, and you should have 48 stitches at the end of the round. And then we will achieve the 48 stitches that we want for the body size, okay? Count how many stitches. It's like, it's very easy for us to just jump ahead, you know, we are working fast or something like this, we just don't see one stitch. So count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and my increase is over here, okay? So this is how it should be looking like, your detail, okay? And now we are going to start working a couple of rounds here so we achieve this part of the body, okay? So for round 9 to 12, you'll work just 48 single crochet. So you can stop this video here, work these 3 rounds, round 9, 10, 11, 12, so it's 4 rounds, not 3. And I will catch you up once you finish this round, and we will continue crocheting from there. Great. Okay, so this is how it should be looking like once you finish this round. So I want to show you here, this is the last round with increase, round number 8. You have 9, 10, 11, and 12. I like to show you this so you can, if you are a beginner, you can train your eyes to see exactly where are the rounds and where are the increases. We will start with the decrease here now. So for round 13, you will work 6 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat all the way around, and you should have 42 stitches at the end of this round, okay? So now let's work here together, the first repetition. When I say decrease in crochet toys, it means that you'll work invisible decrease, which is where you grab just the front loop of the stitch of the next 2 stitches, and you continue with your single crochet, okay? So you have 1 decrease here. If you don't know how to crochet the invisible decrease, check out the video tutorial that I linked in the description box below, all right? Now we'll work here just 1 round, round number 14, 42 single crochet, okay? So here again, super easy. You can stop the video here and work your 42 single crochet, and I will catch you up for the next round. Ta-da! Great. Now for round 15, you will work 5 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat 6 times, and you should have 36 stitches at the end of this round. So let's work here together the first repetition, and remember, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment box below. If you're liking this video, give me a thumbs up. Those actions help me so much, and I appreciate you very much for doing that. All right, so here is my first decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the decrease is over here. Work all the way around, and I will catch you up for the next round. So now we will work round 16, 17, and 18, just 36 single crochet. So here, once again, we will use just the repetitions of the single crochet. You will work 3 rounds, and I will catch you up once you finished. So you can stop this video here. You can press play in your music or series that you're watching. So here's my decrease. You see, I like to show you this. So we have here 1, 2, and 3. 3 rounds that we work. So we are working here, a long, lean body of our beautiful giraffe amigurumi. Okay, for round 19, you will work 4 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat all the way until the end, or 6 times, and you should have 30 single crochet at the end of this round. So we are almost reaching the neck here when we will stop, and then we will start crocheting the head. So here is the first repetition I worked together with you. So this is the decrease, work all the way around. And let's move on here. Again, we'll have a couple of rounds just with 30 single crochet. So for round 20 to 23, so 20, 21, 22, and 23, you will work just 30 single crochet, okay? So now we are here in this part of the body. We'll work 4 rounds here. I wanted to show you here, round 20, 21, 22, and round 23. And we will move on here for next round, and is the last round that we will work decreases. You will work for round 24, 3 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat 6 times, and you should have 24 stitches at the end of this round. Count how many stitches you have at the end of every round. That can be maybe annoying a little bit, but it helps you to stay on track. I still counting my stitches. Maybe not all of this one. Increase. Repeat the way. Maybe not all the time, especially when I have 48 stitches, but I just try to pay attention as much as I can with how many stitches I have. Okay, now for round 25 to 30, so you have here a bunch of rounds. You will work just 24 single crochet, okay? So work here your repetitions, and here you have all the repetitions of the rounds that we work. So it's a bunch where you have 25. Okay, I count all the way. I got lost a little bit here with my countings, but make sure you have all your rounds on place. And now here we are cutting, and we will do this invisible fastening off. That it's not necessary, but I wanted to show you here, and I will be showing you a couple of times later. It's not necessary that you make an invisible fastening off. I'm just used to do this, and I just show you here, but on a bit further here in the video, I will show you exactly how to manage how to do that, but you can see it pretty much on the video how it's done. Never mind, that is because the first 2 rounds of the giraffe body, it will be inside of the head. So it doesn't matter if you finished very pretty or not pretty at all. Just give a tight knot and make sure that it won't unravel, all right? It will be inside, nobody will see. Great, moving on now, let's work the head. So for the head, you will repeat rounds 1 to 8 of the beginning of this video, okay? So just follow the pattern from the 1 to 8, which means you will go working increases, increases, increases until you arrive with 48 single crochet, okay? So I won't repeat this because it's exactly the same thing. So you start with 6 single crochet, you work 6 increases, 1 single crochet, 1 increase, and you repeat this. You repeat the pattern from round 1 to 8 rounds, and then we'll start working here the sides here of the head. So we will start making the repetitions here is exactly the same as we did before, but in this case you will work from round 9 to 17, 48 single crochet. So you work round 9, 10, 11, 12, and I will not count until 17. So just make sure that you count all your rounds and work 48 single crochet, okay? Once you finish working all of these rounds, so you can listen a lot of music, hear a lot of, watch a lot of series here while working all of these rounds, we will work repetitions. We will work a first decrease here. So you'll work 6 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat 6 times or all the way around, and you should have 42 stitches at the end of the round, okay? So what we are doing here, so this is my first decrease, we are working the first repetition together. What we will work now is we will decrease 6 stitches in each round until we will arrive with 24 stitches, which is the same size as the neck of the giraffe, okay? So now let's move on here for round 19. You will work 5 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat 6 times, and you should have 36 stitches at the end of the round, all right? And that's that. Let's go work slow here, all the repetitions together, all the rounds together, until we arrive with 24 stitches that we will have that matches the neck and the head, okay? You should have exactly the same amount of stitches. So again, I will repeat myself. Count how many stitches you have at the end of each round. Okay, so this is my decrease. Repeat all the way until the end. And ta-da! Let's work here round number 20. You'll work 4 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat 6 times, and you should have 30 stitches at the end of the round. And we'll have just one more round to go, and then we are cool to move on with our pattern, all right? So let's work here as always the first repetition together. This giraffe Amigurumi, she's so cuddly. And it's a big pattern, but it's a lot of repetitions as you can see it here, you know? All right, so for the next round here, you will work for round 21, 3 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat 6 times, and you should have 24 stitches at the end of this round. This is so cuddly. I'm very happy with the results of this giraffe. I'm sure my friend will like it. I don't know if I mentioned that I made this to a friend, yeah? Yeah, I had to stop creating the amigurumis for the Halloween cats in costume. All right, so we finished. Look at this. You know, I stay talking and ta-da! Now we will cut this yarn here, leaving a little bit of room for sewing later together, okay? I literally exaggerate. You don't need this amount of yarn, but better, you know, we have a sentence here in my country that it's better seen for the, I don't know, bigger than for the lesser or something like this. It makes more sense in my language. Okay, so now let's organize this here. And we have the head. Okay, now we will move on here and we will start crocheting these legs. Ta-ta-ta. And it's very simple. So with the contrast color, you will work here inside the magic ring, again, 6 single crochet. Okay, let's go slow. And it's a lot of repetitions once again, because we will work 4 of these. But never mind, let's go slow. First round, you'll work 6 single crochet inside the magic ring, and I trust that you are mastering a magic ring by now, because you have done for the body, for the head, and now you will work for the legs as well. So let's work here. I will put her, I will leave her like this, okay? So you can see. Okay, now you pull this yarn tight, close this magic ring. Or maybe I should do it like this. And you will work for the second round 6 increases. And you should have 12 stitches at the end of this round. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't put it here because she blocks the microphone, you know. I'm proud that I bought this microphone because I think it's much more pleasant to listen to my delightful voice. Okay. So once you work your 6 increases, you have done this already. You have done this for the body, for the head. So that's it. So the first and second round here is exactly the same. First, second, and third round here is the same as the body and head. So let's work here for the next round. You will work 1 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 6 times, and you should have 18 stitches at the end of the round. And that's what I want. What we want here, and I'm moving fast because it's a lot of the same, as I told you, we want 18 single crochet. So once you finish the third round, you will work the fourth and the fifth round, just 18 single crochet, okay? That's it. And for the sixth round, you will work 1 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat 6 times, and you should have 12 stitches at the end of the round. So I just move a little bit fast because I told you it's a lot of the same. And I want you to show you here what it actually matters. So once you reach the last decrease that you're working here, We will work a color change to the yellow, or if you are working a purple giraffe, why not? You change to whichever color that you choose for the body of this giraffe. Okay, and here I want to show you some small trick for the changing colors in plush yarn or in super bulky yarn. We'll just bring this loop of the needle to the back of the detail, so it's now facing the wrong side. And we will jump this first stitch and we will start crocheting on the next stitch. Okay, but you're not jumping and like eating up. You will work, once you finish the round, that stitch that you jump, you're gonna work on it. So technically, this stitch that you just work, your first single crochet, is your starting stitch right now, and the stitch that you jumped is your last stitch of the round. Huh? Got it? Yes. And then you work a lot of repetitions here, follow the pattern. Now it just ran away from my video here, so you can go a little bit back and see it. But we can see it here from the next round. And you're going to add stuffing material here only until like a bit more than halfway, okay, of the arm, because we want the arms to be like, you know, playful, and the legs, you know, to be nice. Okay, what we're going to do here is we will fold in half. So you have 12 stitches around, right? When you fold in half, you'll have 6 stitches in one side and 6 on the other side, right? I'm a great mathematician. I keep saying this all the time here. So for round 16, you will crochet the sides together, closing these legs, okay? The first stitch, as you can see here on the screen, it's a bit tricky because the first stitch and the last are very close together, but you can make it. It's just a little bit annoying, but all the next stitches should be very easy to crochet, and it's kind of satisfying actually to crochet pieces together and, you know, close them. I don't know, I like to crochet things together. That's why I have a lot of no sewing amigurumi patterns in this YouTube channel. And once you finish with your 6 single crochet, you just cut this yarn, leave a little bit of room for sewing later. And this one I leave a reasonable amount of yarn. You don't need a lot of yarn. Okay. And then you make it 4 of them because it's the same. Again, a lot of the same for this pattern. It's just big, you know, it's not that there is a lot of things to do. Now let's move on and work here the antennas. And once again, we will start with a magic ring. So I hope you are by now, you are like teaching magic ring to people. You are master of magic ring. And we'll work 6 single crochet. Wow, 6 single crochet inside the magic ring, okay? A lot of the same. So I'm here, you know. I wish I have this speed on real life to crochet my things. Okay, so let's move on here for the second round. Now the second round is a bit different, so it's not that a lot of the same, right? For second round, you'll work 1 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 3 times, and you should have 9 stitches at the end of this round. And for the antenna, we will go slow because it's a small detail, you know. Even though we are working with the super bulky yarn in an 8mm crochet hook, it is a small detail, and you will see that the detail starts crawling like to the outside. So the wrong side starts going out because the tension is tight, and we need to organize these stitches, you know, put the stitches out. I will show you here. So let's just make sure that we double secure the beginning of the yarn. I always like to show this again and again just to remind you that it's a good thing to do it, you know. Okay, and this is what I meant. You see that I'm doing like this, like this. Yeah, and then for the third round, we'll work just 9 single crochet. So here, once again, you will see that it will start doing like this. The wrong side, it will start like dominating and going outside, trying, you know, his way out. I'm joking, of course. But you will see at the end of this round, once you crochet all the 9 single crochet, you just put the stitches out, okay? So now let's move on here and we'll start working the creases, okay? So you'll work 1 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat 3 times or all the way around, and you should have 6 stitches at the end of this round. And that's it. Once again, like once you are in the last stitch, remember to work to work the color change, and we will work the rest of this antenna. So for round 5 to 7, we'll work just 6 single crochet. Okay, so take slow here, go slow, take your time. Maybe make a tea or a coffee, and you work these small details here. I just want to show you that before we move on and continue the length here of the antennas, I will add stuffing material, but I will add stuffing material just in the brown part, you know, because we want this also not to be too stuffed. I mean, I don't want, you can add stuffing material here, you know, and have more structure if you need it, but I think it's not necessary. All right, we are almost done with all the parts here, so we'll start working the ears, okay? And here we will work a little bit different, because once again we'll start with the magic ring, but that it's a piece of cake for you right now. And inside this magic ring, we will work 4 single crochet. So that's a little bit different. That is because we had a couple of options to design the ear of this pattern, but I want something like with this shape, more like a triangle shape. So you'll work 4 single crochet inside the magic ring, and for the second round you will work 4 single crochet on top of this 4 single crochet that you work, okay? And that's it. And then we'll start working the increases. It will be easier as you go. But it's a super bulky yarn, everything is easy to be seen here. So you see, now I'm going to organize the stitches that it's crawling out, the wrong side wants to be facing out, and you can see that the shape also changes. You can see it better, there is like a pointing shape. Okay, I will not add my stitch marker here because I think it's very small detail, but you can add, you know, especially if you are using that one that locks. So, okay, so for the third round, you'll work 4 increases, and you should have a total of 8 stitches here, and then things will start being easier to crochet. So work 4 increases, so you'll work 2 single crochet inside each stitch of this round. Ciao! I will leave her here. It's more interesting to see her than me. Maybe I will put her in my shoulders. Booty, booty, booty. I'm gonna play with her like I play with my daughter. Here I just want to show you, I told you we will go slow because it's a small detail, so I just work 4 increases here with you. And you can see we have a pointed shape, right? And we will move on for the next round, round number 4, you will work 8 single crochet. So just work 1 single crochet inside every stitch of this round. And you see, again, I continue working without the stitch marker, but be sure that I am counting this in my head, you know, so to make sure that I start and I finish where I'm supposed to. So use the stitch marker, don't leave life dangerous like I was doing here. Now for round number 5, you'll work 1 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 4 times, and you should have 12 stitches at the end of this round. And then it will be a piece of cake, because with 12 stitches is like a normal thing for us, right? Let's move you foot to the other side. Okay, now for round number 6, you will work 12 single crochet. That's it. Piece of cake, right? So the tough part of the ear, it's gone. You made it. Yuki, 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 yuki. And I like that it's, you know, moving like this. Kids can play. It's very nice. All right. For the round number 7, you will work 6 decreases, and you should have 6 stitches at the end of this round. So here you will work 1 decrease, following by another decrease, and another decrease, and another decrease. It's all right. You can make it, of course. It's not hard. So let's work here, work all your decreases. And I will catch you up once you have 6 stitches here at the end of this round. All right? All right. Okay. So now you have 12. Yes, now you had 12, now you have 6 single crochet. So for round number 8, you will work 6 single crochet, okay? And then for the next round, we will crochet the sides together. Ta-da! So once again, the same thing that you did for the legs, you will do for the ears. So you have 6 single crochet, so you fold this, you flatten the ears, and then you will work 3 single crochet connecting one side to another, okay? So again, here remember the first and the last stitch is very close together, so for you to grab the first stitch might be a little bit tricky, but that's it. Once you got over that, it's easy. All right. So that's it. First gone. Now I'm working the second one, and then we have just the third one. So we have just 3 stitches here, and it's beautiful also later for sewing because you only have 3 stitches. And we will start sewing soon. We'll have to work the snout first. Okay, so that's the shape of the ear that we are searching for. Once you finish this one, you make another one following the same instructions. Ta-da! Magically, I have it here. Okay, now let's work this beautiful nose of this giraffe. We will start again with the magic ring, and as you can see, I'm working with the yellow because I try something different. I try to work the nose with the same color as the body. You will work 6 single crochet inside the magic ring. What a news. Because I thought it will be nicer, but then I regret and I wanted to change the colors. I just want to fast show you here because I'm moving things forward super fast. So 6 single crochet and again 6 increases. So it's the same of the beginning of the body, of the head, of the legs, you know. But we will do a bit different now. For the third round, you will work 3 increases and 3 single crochet, and you will repeat a round. 3 increases means you will work 1 increase in one stitch, following by another increase on the next stitch, following by another increase on the next stitch, okay? And then you work 3 single crochet. So here I'm working the first repetition with you, it's just 2 repetitions. So I have the 3 increases, and then 3 single crochet, 3 increases, 3 single crochet, and that's it. And this is the shape how it should be looking like. All right, now you can add your stitch marker here, and we will continue for a couple of repetitions here. Round 4 and 5 you'll work just 18 single crochet. What I was saying is that after I done, I think that the nose of my giraffe needed a little bit of contrast, so I did again the same, but I did it with the contrast color that I'm using, which is the light brown, and it was looking much better. But it's optional to you, you know. If you want to crochet the snout with the same color as the body, I suggest you just to add a bit more of dots around her body. But I think this is a good option to go. Okay, so what I did here is just you cut the yarn, you leave a little bit of room for sewing later, and we'll start moving on and sewing together everything here now. Okay, now you can stop and have some time to add stuffing material. You will add a lot. So once you have a nice structure, you see, I add a lot of stuffing material, but still it's like very nice cuddly. And what we are going to do here, we will sew the head and the body, but 2 rounds here of the body will be inside of the head. So you will sew between the second and third round. That's what you're going to grab to sew these parts together, okay? So you introduce the body inside of the head, all right? And let's start crocheting this together. Let's start sewing this. So you have first and second round. So under the second round over here, you will grab 1 stitch from the body, like this. So you're grabbing between the posts, right? So between one stitch and another stitch, you grab one stitch, and then from the head you go from outside inside the stitch. So it's like you were just working a single crochet here, kind of, but you just grab the stitch from inside out. And then here again on the body, you grab between the posts, all right? 1 stitch from the body and 1 stitch from the head. So again, you grab 1 stitch from the head, grabbing normally the two loops of the stitch, like normal. You just grab 1 stitch from the head, and again 1 stitch from the body between the posts. So just make sure that you have here first round, second round, you are in between the second and third round. That is where you are grabbing your stitch to sew this together with the head. That is a good thing that we have two rounds inside of the head, because this will give a nice structure, you see, because this toy, it's big, and because there is a lot of stuff in material, we can say it's heavy, but it's not heavy, but the head have a nice structure, and the head will not be like this, Maybe if you have done a bunch of crochet dolls, for example, you have seen a doll that it cannot be standing because the neck have no structure to hold the head. So that is a good trick when you're working with super bulky yarn. If I was working with a sports yarn, like a normal cotton sports yarn, I would use a different technique. All right, once we are done here, we will sew the legs, and it's exactly the same as we are sewing the head and body together. So you grab between the posts here in the round and one stitch from the leg. So you have 6 stitches from the leg. Count, because it's very important that you grab all the stitches from the leg, because if you jump one or if you grab once twice, you can see it, or with super bulky yarn, the beauty of that is that when you are sewing together, it's kind of so easy that it doesn't, if you made a mistake, it's not too much, like you cannot see it too much. The exactly position where you should sew this, you can find in the free version of the written pattern on my website. The link is in the description box below this video. One thing that I fascinated to talk about it here is that the leftover of the yarn, you bring outside in the same stitch, and then you give it a tight knot in them. So you make sure that this will be very tight, and if you're giving this to a kid and they want to walk around grabbing the toy like this, this will never unravel, this will never go away, So give it a very tight knot here. So with the legs, you give a tight knot together. With the arms, you give a tight knot together. And for the snout, you see that the body, I did not cut the yarn, that I sew the body and the head together, because I just bring it on the back, because the snout now, when I finish sewing the snout, I will bring the yarn, the leftover yarn that I'm sewing the snout, the nose, to the same place that I brought the yarn outside of the body, and I will tighten them very nicely together, like, my child is a sweetheart, really, but she plays rough, like with her toys. The same way that she loves them, she cuddles them, she takes so nice care. They are always nice, organized in her room and everything. When she's playing, she carries them in the house, like literally. She will grab this giraffe, from the antenna or from the ears. So just do like that, give a very tight knot and hide it inside. That's it. Okay, I'm just now talking a lot. I'm a talkative person, if you didn't notice. But once you're sewing the nose, I showed you here that you sew all the way around. You leave a little bit of room here before you continue, add stuffing material, and then you finish sewing the snout. So this way you add stuffing material only in the ending that you are sewing. Okay, that makes it easier to sew the nose, and you're not grabbing and pulling stuffing material all the way as you go. Okay, now you're going to sew the antennas, and that's very fast because you only have 6 single crochet around the antennas, right? So you will sew between here, I'm showing you between the first and the second round. This is very easy here to see it, but again, all the exactly position where I sew everything, it's in detail where you should sew the things in the written pattern, or you can literally just go with your imagination and see what it looks symmetrical to you. You have that option also. But if you want to count exactly the round and where you should sew it and how many stitches it should have between one another, you can find everything in the written pattern. And here again, it's a lot of the same, because once again, you grab one stitch from the head, one stitch from the antennas, and you go sewing. And one thing about sewing is go slow, watch a little bit. Oh, it looks nice. Continue sewing. Oh, it doesn't look nice. Unravel, do it again. This is how I do it until nowadays, Sewing, the beauty of the sewing is to do it slow. Don't rush things out, because you might sew it in a not good position. Okay, now we are working the dots is very simple, you know. So for one dot, you can see that we have two sizes, a big one and a small one. So for the big one, you will work a lot of the same again. Inside the magic ring, 6 single crochet and then 6 increases. And here, once you're done, instead of moving on, we don't have moving on, you will just join with a slip stitch. Okay, that's it. So this is the bigger dot over here. And for the small dots, you will work 8 single crochet inside the magic ring. Okay, so work 8 single crochet inside the magic ring. And for the big dots, I have 3. Yes, I have 3 big dots, and I have, I think, 9 of the small ones. Okay, so I will show you here how I will sew this. You know, the dots is very simple. It's just a little bit different than everything else that you sew. So we will go in more depth, you know, on how to sew the dots, because it's different. All the other parts that we were sewing together is the same thing. 1 stitch from the body, and then you grab 1 stitch from the limbs. So here again, 1 stitch from the body. But now you bring your yarn from down to up in 1 stitch, from up to down on the stitch next to it, and then 1 stitch from the body. So that's the difference. And this is what I want to show you here, okay? So let's go once again. You bring your yarn up inside 1 stitch, and then you bring your yarn down on the stitch next to it, and you grab 1 stitch from the body. And that's how you're gonna sew all the way around. And we are doing this because we want the stitches to be seen outside, kind of. We don't want to be, I don't know how to explain you, like connected with the body. We want to have a nice shape around. And like here, once again, I want to show you here, bring the tails together of the leftover sewing and give a tight knot and hide it inside, okay? So you make sure that this won't unravel. Now we are working this super cute little tail over here. So here it's a bit different. It's not a magic ring. Yay! So you work you'll work 7 chains. Okay, so once you have 7 chains here, you'll skip the first chain from the hook, and you will work 6 half double crochet, okay? And here, as you can see, I like to work, when I'm working the foundation chain, I like to work in the 3rd loop or the back bump. I don't know, I've heard different names for that back loop that you have on the back of the chains. That's optional. You can work in whichever loop you're grabbing from the chain, that's fine. I just want to make sure that you know what I'm doing here. So you just work 6 half double crochet, all right? And once you're done, that's it. Cut your yarn here, and we'll use these 2 tails to sew it on the giraffe, all right? So, but before we go, we will add 2 strings here with the contrast color. And that's very simple how you do. You just bring this loop and the 2 tails inside of the loop on your needle. That's it. You work 2. So I will add 1 more on the speed that I wish I have on real life. And then you cut this in some nice size. You see how adorable. It's so adorable. It's really adorable. Okay, and I will just sew this here. And you can see that I have still a leftover of one of the dots here that I sew at the end. It's because I had an even number of dots. So it's good because now I can give a very nice tight knot, and your child can also hold the giraffe from the tail. Okay, I like to embroider the face of my toys, all right? So because we are working with a super bulky yarn, we are embroidering the eyes here with a cotton sports weight yarn, all right? If you're using safety eyes, you can see the exactly position where you should place them on the written pattern on the website. But here I just want to show you how I embroider the eyes. So I just make a lot of straight repetitions here. So you see she started with a very, very tiny eye, and then you can go working a lot of repetitions. And just one thing, I'm working with a dark brown. I'm not working with the black, but that's optional to you. You can work with the black thread as well. So once you do the lot of repetitions, you achieve the size that you want. Now with the same leftover the yarn, I'm working here the eyebrow. So it's 1 round above the eyes. Again, all the exactly instructions is written in the written pattern. And I make 2 lines because I want it to be a bit thick, okay? And here, once again, you're gonna give a very tight knot, because if your child is like mine, my child likes to play with the yarns from the face that we're embroidering. So just make sure that you give a tight knot. Now what I'm doing here is with a white color, I'm just giving some brightness, you know, to the eyes. And that's how I do it. Use your thumb literally to place, you know, the yarn what you want. And believe me, it will stay there where you add it, you know, as long as you give a tight knot. And one tip here is that bring the yarn over to a near place, not too far, because if you bring the yarn, like if you start with the white here, then you can pull this out, you know, it will be staying inside, but you can play around with the yarn. So bring it here to the middle of the eyes or something like this and give a tight knot. Now this is optional, all right? You can add these little cheeks, and again, give a tight knot very near where you do. And don't do both with the same yarn. Do one here, cut, do another one here and cut. Give a tight knot. That is again why if your kid pull it, this yarn over here, it will not make a long line, you know. And that's it. Once you're done, like this is optional, you know, maybe you don't want a pink cheek, and that's fine. So once you're done, this is how it should be looking like. Look, I hope you like this pattern. I'm really happy with the results. I'm very excited to give this to my friend. I haven't given to her yet, and I'm sure she will react super nice. Okay, if you like this pattern, give me a like, a thumbs up, leave me a comment in the comment box below, or share it with a friend. Consider subscribing also to my channel. These actions really help me and my channel to reach more people, and I appreciate you very, very much for doing so. Okay? Well, I will see you on the next week. Bye!